Chris, lovely to see you, and thanks so much for taking the time out. You're in rehearsals for your latest play. Tell me the name and what's it all about.
The name of the play is Ages of the Moon, and it's written by Sam Shepard. In my opinion, one of the greatest writers of all time. And it concerns essentially two old friends who've known each other for many, many decades, coming back at my character's house, sitting on the porch, 2 chairs, a table, bottle of bourbon, and essentially going through 1 or 2 episodes of their respective lives.
That sounds to me like a really nice evening, actually, of listening. It's like eavesdropping on a conversation, isn't it?
You've got it in one.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it
What do we learn then about your character without giving too much away? What do you like in the play that you think, oh, this really resonates with me? Yeah, I know this bit.
Oh, guilt and remorse, actually, and trying to deal with that in all manner of ways, admitting it and then denying it, and then the combination of that sort of conflict manifests itself through the course of the play itself.
And when you first got the script, what appealed to you? Because I always think as an actor, you get a script, and I'm fascinated as to what makes because the director and the producer have you in mind, but then they've got the words have got to convince you. You think.
Again, you've answered your own question there, Neil. It was the dialogue. Sam Shepard has this extraordinary ear for dialogue. And it was that, as I said to my agent when I first got the script and was asked to read with a view to, I said I was on board halfway down page 1.
Wow.
Yes, it just got me.
Yeah.
And it's the same with any great piece of writing. I've always found that I've very rarely had to search for the heart and soul of the character. Yeah. It's just leaps out, and I kind of got the character right there in front of me, and all I've got to do really is learn the lines, follow direction, and don't bump into the furniture unless directed. Exactly.
No, I was looking at your CV. You've done so much, so much. Of course, we know you from Auf Wiedersehen. I can never say that correctly, but when you were in that, did you realise how big it was going to be?
Not at all.
Because that's what I was looking about actors. At what point? I mean, the writing's good.
Yes,
and all of that. Again, it goes back to writing. But did you then suddenly think, actually, this is really good, but I'm not sure how the public will get it?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. That's exactly it. I honestly thought, who's going to be interested in 13 hours, because it was a 13-part, 1-hour episodic series, who's going to be interested in a bunch of blokes on a building site in Germany, And to be honest with you, Neil, I'm never happier than when I'm wrong about something. The few times that I am right, I always wish that I was wrong. And yes, it was one day when the theme song, Living All Right, got to number 4 in the charts. And I had a little car at the time, and I heard this coming. I thought, good Lord, the theme song's gone into the charts. And then, of course, that was it.
When the charts meant something, though.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But it just shows you cannot legislate for. It's all about the alchemy between, audience and the event, whatever.
And a great bunch of actors, though, together.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? You're all great in your own way. So believable, because I think that's the thing about acting. When a successful drama, TV series, whatever you want to call it, stage show, if people can relate to you and you think, I know him,
yes.
and I know him,
that's
know
it.
what I mean?
Well, that comes back down to the writing, you see. Dick and Ian, Dick Clement and Ian Lafreniere are just masters at capturing real characters, just as Sam is with his work too, and of course many others, but while we're talking about those 2 sets of writers, the characters are so real that obviously is what it's all about. And the combination of those characters plus the combination of actors who played those characters was just something, as I say, you just cannot legislate for. It's alchemical and all to do with the ether, I suppose.
You mentioned the play is about 2 guys getting together, chatting through their lives. You have had a successful career. Do you look back at your career and think, this worked out? I'm not, I'm kind of thrilled, because I always wonder when you first start out, whether you're an actor, a comedian, a variety, whatever. Yeah. To make a living is tough.
Absolutely.
People think you're just on the telly and that's that. Yeah. But there are periods when it's not always going and the phone's not ringing or whatever. Do you now look back and think, that I've been lucky, it's not been too bad,
Exactly that. Yeah. There were times when I thought, oh my goodness, it depends what yardstick of success you use to measure, and of course the popular conception is, on the podium, acceptance speech, awards, leading roles, mega bucks, the whole bit. But actually, I believe, not having experienced that, of course, there ain't no such thing as a free lunch or the ultimate plateau of brilliance. There's always a downside wherever you're at. Yeah. And so based on that, I've looked back and I thought, well, man, I've been at this now for 45 years. I'm still going. The phone still rings, albeit, less and less frequently, but that's just the demographic of age and employment, really. There are fewer roles for older people, just as life in general has that sort of swing to it. But no, overall, I'm extremely happy with what's happened. I would certainly have had no other life that I have had doing anything else, and the top and bottom line of it all is, Neil, there ain't nothing else I can do. This is it.
It's a good job. Finally, if we're looking to book for your show, sell the show to me, Chris. Everybody who's watching today will think, okay, we know it's at the Vaults Theatre, we know the title, but what will they come away with when they've been to see you on stage? What's that warm feeling that they're going to get?
It only lasted an hour? My goodness me, it flew by in what felt like 15 minutes. And also, thank goodness it only lasted an hour. No, it's just the most wonderful melange of the entire gamut of emotion, really. And hopefully, as with anything and everything I do or see, I want to be moved. To laughter, to tears of laughter, tears of heartbreak, and I believe that all of that is well contained within 60 plus minutes. We haven't actually run it in its entirety with everything that is involved, but a stagger through that occurred last week, it was 62, so it's probably going to be a bit longer than that, but certainly nothing marathon-like,
But it sounds a grand evening out.
Well, I certainly hope so. I can only say is I'm looking forward to every performance because it's such good stuff and great people working with, and can't wait.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's been a real pleasure.
My pleasure, Neil. Thank you.